there we go. A little bit of a scuffle, an incident. Everybody knows this story already. In fact, most of this is probably out of date as we speak. However, what happened, if in your memory, as you think about it, and from this article, is the Korean team, Red Devils, were approaching the second to last game of the Asian World Cup. It is tradition for the team, according to this article, it is a tradition, I don't know anything, for this team to have a meal together before the game. However, one of the younger members, a certain Lee Kang-in, there we go, decided that he and a few other of the younger players as well wanted to play some ping pong during this. They were done with the meal, they got up and tried to play some ping pong, but one of the, I guess, most famous player in Korea and kind of worldwide famous these days, Heung-min, said that he did not appreciate this, that they should keep the tradition. Mr. Lee, I guess, we'll call him Mr. Lee. It sounds so formal for a soccer player. Why?
Mr. Lee.
Yeah, Mr. Lee. We'll just call him Kang-in. Did not like that. He said, no, I'm going to try to relieve some stress. I want to have some fun and get ready for this game and pump myself up. They started yelling at each other. It caused Heung-min to grab him, which made Kang-in take a swing at him. A little left hook and a right and a left. Fortunately missing him, but in the sort of happening right afterwards, the kind of commotion that was caused by this fight, Heung-min did dislocate one of his fingers. I don't know which one. So people wondered, did this affect the game? Because as we know, they did lose. Was it the bad, feeling, the tension between everyone that caused players to play at not their best level? Was that finger hurt something that caused him to play at a lesser level? Or was it all the coach's fault, like everyone says? Then basically we don't know, and it's kind of up in the air because Kang-in was pretty much raised in foreign countries, leading him to be a little bit more non-Koreanized in the way he deals with situations. This has caused a little bit of tension in the past, but nothing this much. Whereas Heung-min is, really goes down that traditional path of Korean ways. And so that has also caused tension with people who are less traditional. So it's kind of like, is it his fault? Does he need to apologize? Does he need to get his image back? Do things need to change? Yeah, all that type of stuff. And it's not just Heung-min on this one, because a lot of football players and sports players around the world do have these traditions that they need to keep before games to keep everything going smoothly in their mind. I think, what was it? Wade Boggs, what's his name? The baseball player had to eat chicken before every game or something like that.
I read, athletes are some of the most superstitious people in the world. Yeah.
Something about socks are a really common superstition as well.
Yeah.
They have to wear the lucky socks. But yeah, so that's basically what happened. And right now, as of this filming, we don't know exactly the fate of Lee Kang-in. Is he going to be Kang-out or not? Now, what do you think some challenges that Heung-min and Kang-in had while playing for European leagues?
Well, obviously I can speak perhaps a bit more about Heung-min because he played in England, where I'm from, and so I'm more familiar with him. And obviously he did speak a little bit about the challenges of sort of fitting in and speaking English and all that. But I think he had a really good time because he got on with some of the players, particularly Harry Kane, really well. They became sort of good friends on and off the pitch and great teammates. And Harry Kane is also quite a quiet, he's not a party boy. He's not a particularly outgoing guy. He just, if you ever see him interviewed, they both sort of fit together quite well in that sense that they're not courting the thrill lifestyle. Even when they were young, they were more on the sort of calm and conservative side. So I feel like maybe Heung-min got it from Korean culture, but also he slipped into that mode quite easily, that some British people do have that sort of calm, collected, shy, reserved type to them. So I think he fit in quite well with that type of British person. Obviously, there are lots of types of people in different countries, but maybe if Kang-in was more attracted to a different type of lifestyle, made different friends, and became perhaps a bit more of an outgoing, lively, active type of guy, maybe that meant they have very different personalities and it caused them to clash. I think blaming it on their European influences, or they've been influenced by different cultures, isn't really that useful, actually, because I think two people who are both Korean can be really different and clash. So it's perhaps it's an easy get out to blame it on the Europeans. Just saying. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, then, who do we blame it on? I won't ask that. Don't really care.
Blame the coach.
Always blame the coach.
Always.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think that this had any negative effect on their play, though? This sort of fight, this scuffle?
I don't think so. I'm sure that players, we happen to learn about this particular incident that went on behind the scenes, but I'm sure there were probably quite a few, and maybe it was because he got a particular injury that the news came out, but I bet loads of players have arguments and disagreements and personality clashes all the time behind the scenes, and we don't know about it, and they pull themselves together and they get on the pitch and they do their job because that's what they get paid millions of dollars to do.
Exactly.
So yes, although I didn't see the game, I would think that as professionals, despite their disagreement, they should be able to get out there and play as well as always.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe use a little bit of that anger to fuel their passion.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's a good summary. Use your anger to fuel passion. I'm just joking.
Yes.
But what you can do is use the vocabulary to fuel your English. Go ahead and check that out down below or wherever it is and use it in whatever conversation you want. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Scuffle.
Scuffle.
Sparse.
Sparse.
Talk back.
Talk back.
Take a swing at somebody.
Take a swing at somebody.
Formative.
Formative.